one. Boom! Apologies to everyone at the establishment. I'm being loud. Man, I wish it was all sloppy loud because it is going to be a great night.
You're damn right.
Live from the good backspin, not the bad one, over on Slaughter Lane. It's Tuesday night, and you know what that means. This is Sacred Territory. I'm Brian Brushwood, joined as always by the inimitable co-host, my better half, Don't Tell Bonnie, Justin Robert Young.
Well, hello, Brian.
And a happy birthday to you too.
Well, to my spawn.
Your spawn, but that's really you. I mean, you get the credit for...
I'm the paterfamilias.
I mean, you're kind of responsible.
There
wouldn't be no birthday if you had pulled out.
Wasn't for these ropes.
Yep.
These ropes created a lifeline that eventually created a life. And now she is 1 year old. I am 1 year a father.
So we've had many a debate about...
Many.
We know what going number one is, number two is.
We've debated about what
number
three through five is.
Yes, correct. But then I don't know how we walked past, like somebody tweeted just a picture of his newborn daughter and it said, my wife went number 3. I'm like, that's number 3. That's number 3.
No, it can't crack the...
What?
Can't crack the top 5.
I don't know. I bet it was top 5.
We're basing this on frequency, right?
Oh, well, yeah. I don't know. Frequency... Well, no, because if it's
That's
frequency,
how we're sorting it.
Then there's a different number 3.
Yeah.
Number 3 might be more than number 2 is what I'm saying. If we're basing it on frequency.
Again, this is where scholars debate endlessly.
Many have addressed this issue.
Exactly.
I forgot to check with Annalisa. Is the audio quality all right? Are we streaming okay? Okay.
Audio's good.
Yeah.
Audio's good. So there's a lot going on in the news.
Yeah, what is going on?
What do you think? I mean, big day for white women.
Oh, really?
My God. What a banner day for white women.
I was worried
Annalisa,
about them.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations,
what a day
Annalisa.
for white women.
This you must be excited.
Huge.
Would you Oh, no. It's a big day for white women.
Yeah.
It's a big day to start again.
It's a big day. Exactly. So, pumpkin spice latte.
Yep.
First day for pumpkin spice latte.
Hells yeah.
And just when white women thought it couldn't get any better.
Cracker Barrel changes its logo back.
No, that's
and
a different.
stocks
That's a different
soars.
white. A different white.
Oh,
That's
okay.
excited about that.
That's
Different. Taylor Swift got engaged.
Oh!
Yeah. Just
Dorian,
a huge.
Did you hear that Taylor Swift got engaged?
I did.
Yeah, they announced on social media because they're class acts.
Yeah. Cheers to
Maybe
them.
Maybe it'll work out. Maybe it'll turn into something.
I mean, I don't know. She's very famous for being single. This kind of takes an entire... Her career was, I date famous men, and then when I'm done dating them, I write an album about how heartbroken I am, and through poetic license, expose their ample foibles. And now she's marrying a dude, so either she's going to have no albums like that until she has another gigantic album like that.
Or
they're together forever.
in which case, it'll be similar to the story I'm about to tell.
Okay.
So Bonnie took a shit. And then when she came out of the bathroom, we got a little bathroom, the one in the
Huge
hallway.
day for white women again.
Big day for white women.
Yeah.
Look, they had a lot going for them, right?
Huge day, yeah.
And then we were talking, and it was kind of funny because the smoke alarm did this like self-test thing. It just goes beep beep beep.
Yep.
And we're like, what is that? I've never heard that. And Bonnie's like, maybe my shit caused it to go off, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's like, or there's like a gas leak or something. And so I consulted the ancient tome of ChatGPT, and it said, well, either this is a regular quarterly test, in which case you would have heard it a time or two in the 15 plus years you've lived there, or
if you were in the room at the time once a quarter when it happened.
Sure, but this weren't no chirp. This was a beep beep beep, or just a beep 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 like that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It said, or there was a momentary buildup of CO2 that dispersed.
So you think Bonnie shit triggered this smoke alarm?
I don't know, but I know that Bonnie.
I want to also reveal to the audience now that as I was pulling into the parking lot, there were a series of texts that came into a group text between me, Brian, and Bonnie. And it was Brian saying, "Are you coming to do the show?" And Bonnie saying, "What? Are you just going to make fun of me?" And I had no context for why that was happening. And now I totally understand why she was hesitant to show up for the show. Audio listeners, there's an empty chair in between here,
Yep.
waiting for Bonnie to show up.
I'm like Clint Eastwood. I'm going to cross-examine this empty chair.
You are.
Do you have anything
Jesus,
to say?
deep cut.
Like a cloud of carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
A silent killer.
Was it that stank?
No,
Was it some real roll the rock away from the tomb level stank?
no, not as far as I understand.
Was it some real like open up the pitch stank?
No,
Was it some real old abattoir stank?
It was. There was nothing Old Testament about it.
Yeah.
There was no wrathful God.
No,
Oh, but again, the CO2 would
wasn't
be the
like
silent. It's the
Cthulhu's
silent.
gooch stank.
Toodaloo's gooch. Cthulhu's gooch. I like
Cthulhu's
Toodaloo gooch.
Toulouse gooch.
No, Toodaloo gooch.
Toodaloo gooch.
Like, Toodaloo gooch.
It sounds like an old wrestler. Like-
Toodaloo gooch.
Yeah, it'd be like you'd like have like I have like the old wrestling poster in my bathroom.
Yeah.
Where it's like Kerry Von Erich and Bruiser Brody and also the Toodaloo Gooch.
Yeah. Versus 7 dwarfs.
Yeah.
No, that tracks.
Yeah. Oh man, there was another thing that I wanted to talk to you about today, aside from the banner day for white women, and now we got to Bonnie taking a shit, which is another huge moment
Banner day for white women. Yeah.
Yeah, and my daughter's
the
first
judge-
birthday again,
Another
huge
huge
moment
day
for white women.
Do you do the tradition where you hide the baby from your spouse? Each of you takes turns
Hiding
acting
the baby?
Yeah, no, it's an old tradition.
No,
you
we
you gotta freak out and be all like, I swear this is not a joke. That's part of it. Is you say that would be fucked up if I was doing this, and then the other party would say like, oh, but it is her first birthday. I know, and I know there's that tradition, but I swear to
We've lost the
Christ,
baby.
I swear
Yeah.
to Christ, and then they pinky swear, and then they you figure out whatever's sacred you swear on it, and then it's got to be on the second one or the first one, 9-1, and then you go, oh, who's here? It's a classic.
Who's number one?
It was originally German tradition, but
Was it?
Yeah.
What was it called in the original German?
Hitler.
I was gonna go with Kinderheiden.
Well, what's funny is I was like, don't do a Hitler thing. And I was like, fuck, you already burnt 2 seconds saying don't do a Hitler thing. Fuck, now it's taking too long. Fuck, it's escalating. Now you're up to 4 seconds. You got it. Okay, just press the out button. And I said Hitler. So it goes.
I would love to have ChatGPT debug your brain.
Just you
like-
and everyone else.
Just
The whole
be like-
world. Let's start a Kickstarter
how
for
did,
that.
How did Brian go from 6 seconds? Whatever you do, don't say Hitler. To 6 seconds
Well,
later,
fucking
Hitler.
Just say Hitler. Whatever ends this.
You are returning to a place you have not
Going-
been since how long? When is the last Dragon? When was the last time that we
Pre-pandemic.
did?
I'm needed in DC.
Certainly pre-pandemic, but I guess
I want to say 2018.
yeah, we had Tom make a return.
That's right. We kept him a secret. That was
Yeah.
our last one.
We spit on each other's face.
That's right.
We did a spit take into each other's
Oh, that's
face.
right. Yeah, that was a good animated GIF.
Was the Jeep there too?
Yep.
Jeep was there too.
I think we played Don't Get Brodied.
Of course, we
Yeah.
always that was the move. But anyway, you're going back to Dragon Con, first
Yeah.
time in many years. How are you feeling?
real good. I mean, the toughest thing is I wanted to limit my
Is that 7 years? 7 years since you've been there?
Yeah. Well, think about it. Like Penny is 21 now, so she would have been 14. So too young for Penny to go at that time. And then now, with Penny we knew Penny would be 21, and we knew that Josie would be 17. So I'm like, well, if we're even going to consider going to Dragon Con, we're going to do it right. So I applied and got in. They scheduled me for an awful lot. Boy, oh boy.
If you want to see Brian on a panel,
Yep.
you are going to have ample opportunities.
Yep, I'm doing an hour-long lecture. I'm doing a half hour.
Yeah,
of
holy
my
shit. That
stage
wasn't even
show.
on the list that you showed me.
Yep,
Your lecture.
yep. And they'll be. I think they got 7 different panels and multiple interviews, and then now they're peppering me with the drop-ins and just like, oh, and of course you should show up at blank blankety blank, and then I'll be in the star car of the Skeptic track.
Nice.
Right there, front and center. I really hoped that I could have Josie there with me, but they said there's not enough room. Like it's a very tiny
Are
car.
you aware how small Josie is? Would have been my follow-up.
right?
She can
she
literally
can ride on my shoulders.
Exactly.
And also, she's the one everyone wants to see.
Mostly.
Everybody. Number one question. That's the reason I'm taking her, is because number one question is going to be, how's Josie?
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone, and this is with affection, I point this out, everyone will talk about how much they enjoyed watching the pivot from Scoundrel Brian at the bar to wholesome
Dad Brian. Yep.
Getting smashed with a kid during the pandemic in a garage.
Yep.
And then, but Josie is in her prime right now. Anybody who saw last week's episode knows that she's crushing it.
Do you think she's ready to be con famous?
Yeah, I think we'll find out.
Well, no, I mean, like, I think she is talented enough to be con famous, but it is hard to realize, like, in that moment. Like, when we first did that show at Dragon Con, like, you had been show famous.
Right.
Of, like, there's a poster, I'm a magician, I'm going to give you a thing. But
Gig
just
famous,
us
yeah.
sitting down, like, oh, I know you. I have a relationship with you, an asymmetrical relationship with you. That's a different level of, fame. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, even with Scam School, I don't know how many opportunities you would have had to be at, like, I guess like Dignation might have been the only other time where you got to, like,
Or
get that
anytime I needed to buy something at Best Buy.
or the Apple Store.
Yep. Go to the Apple Store.
Yeah, but that's like the best kind of podcast famous.
Oh, yeah.
When they're like right this way, like, we know, and they wink at you like Project Chaos and Fight Club. And, like,
Yes.
that's, oh, dude, that's the best.
Or when they, another one that happens, because now I increasingly exist out of time. 20 years ago, Brian has a similar face, but not the same. But the voice is still pretty close.
Yeah.
And so people will say, man, you really look like this guy from the internet. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And then what's funny is they'll walk past it and they'll say, you sound like him too.
Who says? When has this moment happened to you?
I don't know, maybe once a month.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
I mean, especially now that I'm traveling again. Like, there are some times where if I say, hey, boss, out of my corner of my peripheral vision, I will see, like, at an airport.
Prairie dogs.
I'll see one
Yeah.
person stop in their tracks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, buckle up.
There
Here
we
we
go.
go.
There we
Give
go.
them the proper Arnold Schwarzenegger experience.
Yeah,
you better believe it. Yeah.
I'm curious to see what she reacts when people are like, oh, I know you. I know your story. Be Josie for me.
Well, she'll immediately announce.
I think she's gonna hum a few bars. I think she's gonna
at
pick it up. Yeah.
I think at first she's going to retreat to, oh my God, I was 14. I was so awkward. That was my awkward phase and all that stuff. But I think that she'll figure out after a few interactions that that's not doing the fan any service. That's making it awkward for the fan because they're not sure, am I torturing this kid by bringing up
Yeah.
how she looked when she was 14? And hopefully she will, of her own accord, come to the conclusion that the best way to be of service is to be all like, that's right, and you're great.
Yeah.
What are you up to?
It's gonna be interesting. That's some like graduate level shit.
She may be made of it, man.
I think so.
It's been a delicate dance because if you push too hard, then you get unhealthy kids who become unhealthy adults or whatever. But on the flip
That's the route I
side,
want to go.
when they're made of
I
it.
want to do it unhealthy.
So did you guys?
You've done it better.
I did it.
I'm gonna try and overload.
You're gonna
it.
burn it. You're
I'm
gonna burn.
I'm gonna
everything.
burn her at both ends. Yeah. Just unrealistic
straight honey
expectations.
boo-booing.
Well, I don't know whether we're gonna put her on the internet so much. Although I literally just did it today, so probably we will.
But it's like, okay. How many days out of the week does she make a token appearance?
She will. We usually keep it for paywall stuff. So it's like if you are a Substack subscriber.
Oh yeah, you don't give that shit away for free.
then,
Are you kidding me?
There'll be a Bella's Corner where after the show, because we actually got pushback when it was like at any point during the show. So after the show,
Pushback from the audience,
there are some
some parties,
people are
some
going
legal
through,
guardians.
No, community. Like there are people. God knows what's going through their lives, but they're like, I came here for politics. I don't want a baby.
Oh my
Babies
God.
aren't politics. And so it's like, all right, guys, when the show is done, there's going to be no other things that are happening. Then if usually sometimes I'm recording while Bella's coming back from daycare, Ashley will drop Bella in my lap. We'll do a little bit, It's a fun thing. But today we put her on because somebody sent her a cheese head for her first birthday from Green Bay, from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And so, it's a baby with a cheese head on. It's, come on.
Yeah,
at the
it's
end
money
of
in the
show.
bank. That's
Fun
why they
times.
call it cheddar.
Exactly. So yeah, no, I think that'll be it. I'll just she'll just be out there on the internet. We'll just make that a hit, and then she'll we have a really unrealistic expectation for life and resent us.
Yeah.
Probably mostly me.
Well, if you do it right, you wean her off of it around age 7, so she never really remembers it.
Oh yeah.
And if you, to be honest, like Macaulay Culkin seemed to have a pretty healthy attitude about it. He only refers to the money that he got, or the fame and the money, as his inheritance. And he makes it very clear, like, that's not me.
Yeah.
I am this human right here with you.
Yeah.
I am the recipient of this inheritance.
That's the crazy thing with him, is that he was such a famous actor so young. And like part of the reason why he was famous was because he like obviously had talent. He had like crazy talent. Like there's like it was like that clip. What was the movie? Was it like Uncle Buck or whatever?
Yep.
Where it's like he's like going back and forth with like in his prime John Candy.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and then John Candy is doing the bit about like, hey, did you brush your teeth? Yeah, sure did. He's like, I got a friend who's a detective downtown. They could run some labs on it. And they can tell whether or not that toothbrush was brushed or just run under the sink.
yeah.
And then he leaves. And then, he delivers I think we have to start brushing our teeth.
Yeah. But it's like at that point, you're like, oh, okay, that kid's a star. He just went back and forth with John Candy. There are adults who have worked their entire lives at this craft that can't go back and forth with John Candy like that. And then he does Home Alone, gigantic, like. But I think for him, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's like, all right, either I'm on track to be the most popular actor ever. Or I do something else.
He was also in that. He was in that Michael Jackson video, Black or White.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back when the idea of being post-racial was not just a dream, it was nearly science fact.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not just being a color.
Yeah.
That's what Macaulay Culkin was rapping.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you agree with me. I'm gonna get content ID in your eye.
Yeah. Where are we at? He do that? He molest those kids?
I think
Probably.
So. Did you watch that HBO doc?
Yeah.
It's pretty clear. Like the guy was so over it. He's like, yes, We had an ongoing sexual relationship. I am making nothing out of this appearance. It is doing active harm to my life.
Yeah.
Why would I wade into these waters to tell you this if
Yeah.
not? And they're like, oh, but the evidence all lines up. Yes, it's me, the guest, jumping in to point out that it's fairly unambiguous.
Yeah.
Yes, but why? Because he was abused as a child.
Yep.
Yes, that's exactly why. Everything is exactly the way you think it is.
Yeah.
It's like, well, then
There's
why
no
would people
mystery
still
here.
play music at their weddings? Because it's good music.
it's great.
It's really not
he's
rocket
an icon.
science. It's
Yeah.
me. I'm the guest / subject. I'm 8 characters
He's
rolled
the
into one.
guest.
I'm the guest.
Our next guest is molested by Michael Jackson between the ages of 11 and 14. Let's welcome.
Yeah, no, it was as damning a documentary as that OJ Hulu one. The one where the writer was saying that when he was writing the If I Did It book, and then they had lapsed into this, like, well, I'd imagine it went this way or whatever. And then at some point, OJ forgot to keep the
kayfabe?
Yeah. He was just like, no, I took the 405 because that one's
Yeah.
always chucked. And he was like, and then awkward pause. I would imagine.
I heard a crazy story that came across my TikTok. The rapper Fat Joe has a podcast, and he was telling a story of a dude that he knew that was the guy that OJ was driving to in the Ford Bronco. Kevlar, no.
Yeah. Kevlar 78? No. We
No,
never
don't.
read the
We don't.
chat.
No.
And we never appreciate you guys chiming in. And we never steal your jokes.
Yeah.
And then make you famous by proxy.
So it was the dude that
never love
OJ
you?
was driving to in the Ford Bronco. And all of a sudden, Fat Joe and his friends all go to this guy's birthday party, and OJ's there. It's in Miami. This is long after he had gotten away with it, but he was in this very weird phase. And so they're gathering around. It's the birthday cake. You know, the guy blows out his candles. And then he hands the knife to OJ to cut the cake.
And then they go,
And OJ, he cuts the cake and then hands the knife back to the guy. And the guy's starts chasing OJ. Oh no, OJ starts chasing him around the house with the knife. And the guy just keeps screaming like, "You did that shit, Juice! You did that shit!" And OJ's laughing like, "What a hilarious fucking time this is!"
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, double homicide.
You'd have to ignore the
Definition of the
DNA
90s.
evidence, and that'd be just nutty. Do you remember
What's
that on
DNA
The Simpsons?
anyway? Just 3 little letters. Probably stands for "did not attack."
What is that from?
That's dude, Dana Carvey's Critics' Choice. That's a great fucking iconic stand-up special.
No, I was referencing the Who Shot Mr. Burns, where they snuck in the explainer. You know, it turned out to be Maggie Simpson because it's the one you'd expect.
Spoiler.
Least. And then, yeah, sorry. And
Spoiler for a cliffhanger in '92.
yep, a significant cliffhanger.
Huge. Oh my
there was-
God. I was hanging on that.
Yeah.
That was like, for me, because obviously it was a parody of Who Shot JR.
Right.
Like, it was way, like, I was so invested in Who Shot Mr. Burns because The Simpsons was like the biggest thing on the planet.
Of course, yeah. Well, and then Troy McClure, the voice of Phil Hartman, says, you could have thought this, that, and the other, but you'd have to completely ignore the Simpson DNA evidence. Pause. And that'd just be nutty. I thought that was pretty good.
I want the OJ trial on a Tubi channel.
Yep.
Just to run that at all times. Every once in a
Okay,
while, I just want to put on the
You know
OJ
what?
trial.
Here's what I think could be fucking huge for your Tubies out
Okay.
there. Mm-hmm. You'd have to collaborate with the teens on TikTok,
Okay.
but for 1 year,
Yeah.
all the teens could tune into one channel and live 1987. Just, they all agree we're going to experience one shared reality. For 1 year, we're all going to watch, unironically, in real time.
Have I ever told you my idea for a pop-up experience at literally a bar like this?
an excellent bar like the current Backspin and not
Like
the shitty
current
one over
Backspin,
at
not the shitty one
Slaughter
in
Lane.
Slaughter. So, like, for example, there's all these signs out front for folks who don't give a shit about sports. University of Texas football, of which Brian is a proud
Alum, yep.
and football booster. I believe they've never been ranked number one preseason, which means that everybody believes that they're the best team in the country. They have a huge game coming up on Saturday, and all the signs are like, come show up early to drink before this game at noon.
That's a long sign. That's a lot of words on there.
Yeah, and yet it's here. Verbatim. What I just said.
Also, how was your day? I think about you sometimes. P.S. You almost flashed your tits on the internet.
Here's my idea for a pop-up thing in that vein, in exactly your vein. You would have, let's say, the night before, shut down the bar, ticketed event. Still have to buy drinks inside.
Yep.
But the last time that I believe the University of Texas won a national championship was in like 2003.
Ooh, so it's kind of like a
Literally.
one-night time travel costume party.
Come in costume. We're gonna play the
Love it.
exact broadcast with the exact commercials
Yep.
on all of the TVs.
Love it.
You're gonna watch it like it was broadcast, and then do some raffles and like have like some.
You know
fun.
what? Let me sprinkle a little magic sauce. Like you don't tell anyone in advance because then they could prep for it. But you announce as the game's beginning, real betting action, quarter to quarter. So it's like you're actually gambling because you don't remember what play was when, even if you know the outcome.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
like quarter by quarter. You're actually
Just have a
gambling on the
bookie
game
going
Yes.
throughout the
Yes.
crowd. Like,
Yes.
take an action. What's the next play? What's
Yep.
the next play?
Yep.
Everyone's got to put their phones in a bag.
Yep.
So nobody's on their phone. Everybody's just having a 2003 time. In fact, they give you a sidekick. They give you a Nokia.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, I'll do one too.
I've always thought I don't know. I think that would be a really fun, especially like now everybody's all juiced up about like Texas. Like just do that. I bet you'd be able to like cash tickets for like $30-$40 a piece.
Yeah.
Literally just to play a tape.
Well, so you know what the number one movie in the movie theaters was this past weekend?
I do. It was K-pop Demon Hunter
Sing-alongs.
sing-along
Yeah.
edition.
It was just the
AKA, they put the words to the songs at the bottom of the screen. It's
Yep.
the same fucking movie.
Yep. But again, it's that shared experience. I think everyone's
Yes.
really hungry for literally any kind of shared reality. It doesn't have to be actual reality. Just can we all agree to experience the same thing?
Oh,
Annalisa almost went.
That's a big deal.
Yes, because you don't want to go many places. Yeah. And she almost went.
Yeah.
So that's close.
Yeah.
So she could sing the songs of Huntrix.
Yep.
Did you see the movie?
No.
These K-pop demon
wanted
hunters, man,
to.
they're hunting
I
demons
wanted
like
to.
a motherfucker.
Josie had already seen it. She was already over it.
Yeah.
She thought it was all right.
It's every version of that movie you've ever seen. Like, literally, I watched 10 minutes of it because Ashley was in the middle of watching it. And I was like, oh, well, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. And then this guy's going to do that thing. And then she watched the rest of it. And I'm like, what happened? And she's like, literally everything that you said was going to
Yeah.
happen. But I
It's
mean,
like everything you said, only minus any joy because it was too late. I had already been told everything.
No, I mean, like, for that
How's it feel
audience,
to be Brian Brushwood?
For that audience, they've never seen a million of those movies, so they're
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, no, of course that's what you do." There's one good demon,
Yeah.
they fall in love, and
And then-
power of love. As soon as they introduce a worse demon,
Oh, then
Then
all
it's
of a sudden
like-
you see the calculus, everything ticks into place. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
now we're allowed to like this one because this one's so gnarly.
because there's another one that he's gonna he's gonna go beat, but meanwhile they're singing K-pop songs,
Yeah,
and
they knocked Weapons down to number 2.
yeah, but no one's going to the theaters.
Yeah,
It's a sleepy tumbleweed summer. Just when we think we can bring back the movie draft.
I don't know. One of the lead stories on Cord Killers today was Paramount announced that they're betting hard on their franchises. Like they're going hard on Top Gun 3, and
Yeah.
they announced that like they're doing double the movie slate that you would expect. So I take that as
Well, this is the new owners, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that the merger is
Skydance.
Yeah, exactly. So what I suspect, this is what I speculated on the program, was I suspect that between the pandemic and the writer's strike, some people were quietly cooking on ideas that suddenly are circulated. And I think that they're looking and they're like, there's some legit gold in here. And then this summer maybe proved enough of a canary in the coal mine
I
to
think
prove.
it's new owners who are like, everyone's scared money don't make money. We want
so they have to double down.
we want new shit, like let's go everything that we can do. And like, look, they're gonna burn a shit ton of money. They're gonna see whether or not it works. If it works, then they're geniuses and everybody will follow suit, and they'll have more of a library that they can feed into their online version. If it sucks, then they're like, I guess 1% of the Larry Ellison Oracle fortune is gone.
Yeah.
Like, whoop, it's back. We made more money.
Yeah.
Nothing matters. We are literally a font of cash, and like, it is only because of like a canceled Zoom meeting that we don't own TikTok right now.
Is that literal? Is that a true story that you're alluding to?
Oracle is one of the people that have been long rumored to have like bought.
Bid on.
Yeah, if China
Right.
is gonna bing bong to a ding dong.
Oh shit. You know what's back in teenager form?
What's that?
Wonder Chosen in forms of clips being discovered by a generation who can't believe that this was ever on broadcast television
yeah.
or cable television.
Which for them is broadcast.
Yeah.
Like they don't know the difference between
Yeah.
the two.
We got to celebrate our differences. That's the end of the part I will sing. We got to celebrate our differences. 'Cause it's
God, that was the best.
beautiful
That was the best.
When the whole world, I forget how it
Do
ends.
the rest.
No, ching chong ching. That's all you get.
No, we had one rule.
You
You can't be the guy
Guy
who
that says
says
ching chong bling blong ding dong.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can never.
At the
be
end of the
guy that
day,
says
that's
that.
true.
Yeah. I think we're like, so I saw this thing. We talked on the last Bones episode about how I'm flirting with the idea of just being a pro gambling advocate,
Yeah.
that gambling, in fact, is good.
Even, and this is before anybody gets upset. This is factoring in the societal downsides of
Yes.
problem cases, people who can't control their compulsion or whatever. That is a negative externality. But even then, you postulate that the pro-social good of having people get a taste of actual entrepreneurialism, even if it's weighted against you and it costs you money, that's good exercise.
And let me do my land acknowledgement.
Yep.
Before I start talking, I am the son of a gambling addict and an alcoholic.
Yep.
So I will just say that I understand.
He understands,
what
like-
hell can be wrought by gambling addiction.
Yeah, whatever-
Trust me.
anybody you're
not
about-
going to tell me a new thing that can happen.
Anybody who's already half typing, if you even understood one bit of what you were making light of, the answer is yep, he sure does. Go back. I believe it was the 6th episode of Night Attack in which your father came back from the grave.
Yeah, well, that was the alcoholic, the gambling addict.
He was
called me
cool.
today.
Yeah,
he, like, and by the way, I'm fading his recovery.
Yeah. I'm laughing.
No, I mean, I genuinely believe that we live in a society that has become too risk averse. Not that like we should not understand that sometimes unwise risks are not worth taking, but if we are taking that seed of a lesson to the extreme and not taking risks at all,
Right.
or taking too few risks, then that also has negative downsides. And you know, I don't know. I think that should be understood.
The Michael Easter wrote a book, The Comfort Crisis, and I liked it
I don't
a lot.
know why. What were we on that? What were we saying that brought me onto that?
We were talking about Wonder Chosen.
Risk. Oh, no, here. So then, okay, so I flirted with the idea of being a pro gambling advocate. Then I see this thing today. One of the dudes that apparently co-hosts Dave Ramsey's show has this video that's going viral about like, show this to anyone who thinks that gambling isn't harmful. And it's like, guess what? Gambling.
Somebody in debt. Yeah.
Gambling's not great. And there are a lot of like problem gamblers, specifically amongst young men.
Yes. Now, okay, that is the one pushback that I have is like we've not had a front row seat to a generation brought up, and we've seen little slices of it. If you go to reddit.com/r/Wall Street bets, yeah, you get a little taste of, boy, a lot of Robinhood accounts somehow going into next levels of negative numbers.
I've never felt more optimistic about the future.
You're like,
I'm
they'll
like,
be
these
back.
kids, like any kid that had to work back from $10,000 in debt from when they were 16, like they know how to work. They know how to make money.
Yeah.
Nobody works harder than looking at their bank account and seeing 5 digits in the red and saying like, I gotta go, I gotta hustle. It's like, you want to build
just to make enough to try to get it all back
Let's
on margin.
go. Let's go. I've never felt happier. I was just like all these kids, like if they're feeling action like that, like young, at the very least, they're going to know big risks equal big cost, but also big risk can equal big reward. So what's the natural lesson from that? Make smarter risks. Now, eventually, your brain's going to fully develop. You're going to become 25 and then 30 and then 35. And you're going to realize, oh, I don't have to be a fucking idiot in the same way that we all realized as young men, don't be a fucking idiot in the way that you were an idiot at 25 and 30.
What is the most healthily unfair, gambly board game that families can play to start teaching that lesson to kids?
Ooh.
This now, you know
Big
what? Actually,
swings.
I will
That's
take
it.
this.
Yeah, you want big swings.
I'll take this one to the chat. I guess Monopoly is kind of that.
No, because Monopoly is really about like investment.
No, it's definitely not.
When do you make big swings?
First
Investing in hotels?
first of all, the game itself was conceived as a rejection of capitalism to teach a lesson. Second of all, that's why the rules are set up. This is Drew Carey has this whole epic screed he goes on. The game, the way to play that game is to simply crush everyone else around you as soon as possible to fuck with them. But it's not about investment. It's not about making money. It's the reverse. The whole point of the game is to crush everyone and be the first asshole.
I guess my point is not necessarily an investment in that it is smart investment. My point is that like you are trying to sink as much money into a thing and then hope that that momentum sits on them and that the weight of your money crushes them, as opposed to something that I think gets to your point about gambling, which is swings. Like you are up, and then the only way to stay up is to keep betting at crazy levels, and then you swing and you're totally down. So it's like you can be 10x up on everybody, but because you want to be 100x, you can be 10 times down below everybody at any moment. That's really what I want. I want people to understand the endorphins, so you're not scared of them. I just put down X amount of money. This was the thing to cannibalize the bones, is like put $100 down on a casino, and if it scares you, good.
Yeah.
It should.
Yeah.
It should scare you, because it is scary. Get used to it. Understand it. Don't be scared of it, because when you are thinking about your job, when you're thinking about your benefits, when you're thinking about a relationship, when you're thinking about things that are really, really important, you're not going to be as scared, because for the cost of $100, which by the way might have turned into $200 for all you know, if you're betting in roulette, it's a 50-50 deal. Like for the cost of $100 that might have actually earned you back money, you were scared as shit for however long it took for you to find a result.
And it's like, good. Get used to it.
Awesome.
Get used to it.
Exactly, because like I do think that that's the kind of stuff that like matters. Like when you're staying in a relationship too long because you're just afraid of what's going to happen.
Yep.
What is that really? It's you being scared of the endorphins that you're not going to get on the other side, and there's not going to be a result that you have no control over. When you're at a job or you don't want to look for another job because you're afraid about the reactions to other people. Like you're overthinking stuff because you're afraid of the snap decision that might happen at any moment. All of that can be cured by gambling. This advice brought to you by DraftKings. Use offer code Justin Robert Young.
Yeah, I'd hit us up with your counter arguments.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna write a book called
Hooray.
20 to 1. How I
Beat the
wrote
odds.
a book about gambling.
Oh no, as the sun goes down, the teleprompter is showing its ugly face.
What do you mean?
Yeah, look at that. Look at on in the picture. The teleprompter is showing up on the image.
This is our first
Yeah.
our first sign that there's a downside
Yeah.
of bringing inside equipment outside.
Well, I'll tell you what. I guess
Now it just looks like we're high.
yeah, or holy.
Until I got high.
Whatever happened with his beef with the county sheriff's department?
I don't know.
Where his just entire album was increasingly specific songs about just
Yeah.
Just
Will you
crush-
replace my gate? Will
That was a
you
good beat.
replace my gate?
I'll tell you what, Annalisa, we'll just look at the laptop screen. You can unplug the USB out of the not the camera, but the monitor
Oh,
itself.
this is a great moment right
Oh,
here. Forging
there we go.
thought here in our chat. I was a
There
strip
you go,
club
I got it.
DJ in Portland for 6 years. I would watch regulars feed $700 into a machine and 4 hours later pull out $250 and call themselves a winner. It's perspective on what monsters fed. Forging thought, number one, which club? Having been to several Portland strip clubs, I'm curious. Number two, that is one of the most colorful groups of humans that have ever existed. Both the people that run and the people that patronize Portland strip clubs.
Portland. Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right. They're like woke strip clubs. Is that right? They're like unionized and whatnot.
Mary's Club, which does not have a DJ because it literally just has a jukebox where the strippers come out and just are like, "What do y'all want to hear?" And then somebody
It's amazing.
says like Lil Wayne, and then they're like, "Okay," click, 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 and then they play it. They're very unique. They are like literally Portlandia. Like Portlandia, I don't know if Portlandia ever did an episode about strip clubs, but like it is as unique as the Portlandia parody of Portland is.
Yeah.
But for one of the seedy vices. Rose City, Deviate, Devil's Point, Lucky Devil, and Union Jacks. Union Jacks was the one. So Union Jacks was right across the street from this motel that I would stay in whenever I did a go game.
Oh,
was
okay.
the
I'm trying to
east
figure out
side-
what era brought you to Portland like
East
this.
side of Portland. That Union Jacks was, oh, Jesus. Union Jacks, I remember the last time I went to Union Jacks, it was the last time I was at the Go game, and which for new folks here that are watching on the Modern Rogue channel, I used to run scavenger hunts for a living.
Yeah.
For corporate clients. And so Portland would be a place where we go a bunch. But the co-founder of the Go game came out with me to run my last game, which was in Portland. And so we went out, tied one on,
Yep.
like had a great time.
Ended
and
up
then
at the
eventually
strip
ended
club?
up at Union Jacks. It looks like an elaborate dorm room. Like many of the Portland strip clubs look like just like an elaborate, like if the coolest dorm room of all time was also a strip club. Actually, this is not my story. This is another friend's story. That they go to Union Jacks and they see a a girl that's dancing, but she's like kind of way far away from everybody,
Yeah.
and they're like waving to her, and she's like, no, 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 no. And then eventually they asked the bartender, and the bartender's like, yeah, she's 17.
Oh.
So she's allowed to not be naked.
Right.
She's allowed to dance. She's just not like a go-go dancer.
Wow.
She's not allowed to cross a barrier into the strip club.
Huh.
Now that was not my story. So maybe Forging Thought can give us a MythBusters ruling on this. But yeah, no. But also, it's every archetype that was missing from every other strip club that has ever exists in Portland.
Yeah.
it's like look. Normally, there's like whatever. I'm not going to be gross and talk about every archetype of like a stripper. But
No,
it's like,
I don't know. Give us hum a few bars.
imagine all those.
Okay,
And
all
then
right.
it's like also a bald girl with a full Zelda map on her back.
Oh my God.
She's in a Portland strip club.
No.
right
Okay.
now.
All right. No, I'm there. Go to the heavy petting zoo.
Yeah. But no, Union Jacks. I remember one of the times that I was out there is when I was listening to Harmontown, and I was listening to an episode where they were in Portland, and then Jeff Davis was like, "That's it, we're all going to Union Jacks right after this," and I'm like, "Oh shit,
I know that place.
I know that place."
That's cool. That's cool. That's neat.
Anyway, whatever.
No, this is great.
No, it's not.
No. Are you kidding me? No, listen.
Cool.
It's great, Justin.
It's not. It's
totally
not
great.
cool.
Listen, you gotta stop beating
I'm
yourself up about this.
42
Like,
years
you and I
old.
talked
Like,
about
I don't
this.
need to be talking about strip
It's important
clubs.
to
It's
remember your heritage. You
ridiculous.
have to honor where you come from.
No,
You
I
can
mean,
pride
it is
in
a
eyes that
cultural
even
art.
exist
It is a
in
cultural art.
No, he had those spikes. He had those spikes. He had those spikes. Own it. Own it. You loved Union Jack, and part of you loves it still.
I do.
Yep. Hey, it's me, the Ghost of Brian.
Hey, Ghost of Brian, how are you?
I'm coming in by ham radio.
Wait, who was I talking to before?
Don't ask questions.
All right, never mind. Hey, Ghost of Brian. Number one, I didn't know that you died, so that's good to know.
I'm a
that
time
you
traveling
died.
ghost. I'm after
Oh.
Brian dies, but
Oh, you're like McConaughey in
yep.
Interstellar.
yes,
But
only
I'm like your daughter.
yes, you are
Which
like my daughter.
explains why my voice is this high.
Yep.
Great. Okay, I'm all caught up.
Okay. All right. Goodbye.
Okay, what?
What?
Now I'm...
Wait, who are you?
Hey, fuck you. Wait, fuck me. Yeah. Oh my god. Don't ask questions. Wait, are you just me with a wet sound effect all around you? I'm not a little bit of echo. Answer question. Are you just made it very clear? Are you violating the only rule of improv? Whoa. Okay.
Hey guys.
Yeah. Hey, guys, listen to him.
Bye.
Because that wasn't a question.
It was a declarative statement.
I was with so my favorite moment of the day, I go out, get up at 5:30 in the morning, start running, and we're back at the time of year where I have to make it back by 3 or 7:35 or so, because there's a brief moment that the kids are waiting for the bus. And so here's a bit that Callie and Josie are way over is it goes through various phases of being funny, but they're waiting for the bus.
Yeah.
And up comes running this middle-aged man who says, little girl, did you see a man who looks exactly like me? Come back. And it's like, I'm too early. And it was always like some kind of time traveling.
Yeah.
And very quickly, it's like, no, Dad. Oh my God. And then sometimes you do it enough that
Yeah.
it gets funny or whatever. Sometimes they roll with it. Other times they are deeply embarrassed and like, no. But it's kind of become this little, just 3 to 5 minutes of improv
Yeah.
with the kids. And then they get on the bus at the end. It was great. But there was in this case, I forget what it was. Josie started, I didn't realize that she had started lapsing into an improv thing. And so she says, well, you could do with this. And I said, no, you can't, because I was just thinking of something else. And so that sparked the idea of like the one thing improv families can never do. Like that's the worst.
No, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And so the idea was like a pandemic thing where two improv comedians coming up, but you hear about this plague going around. Did you hear so-and-so got it? He said no on stage. What? No, he didn't. And all
Yeah.
that stuff. Then, well, good thing we're okay on this gig. And it's like, anyway.
No, we're not.
I heard, whoa. And then you clap your hand over your mouth, and you're like,
Smash cut.
and then it's
news like
looking cuts to President Barack Obama in the audience, and it's like, are you sure? You're like, I think I'm fine. Okay, and then back on, and so it just keeps on.
it'd be great. It's
I
like,
heard dentist.
we are-
No,
we are-
you didn't. You lied.
Yeah,
we
we are-
have that pre-written.
We can now trace it back to China. It's like whatever no is in Chinese. Like, dude.
Good times. So, what's it like to be expressing baby's age in not months? I mean, you still will. For
No,
a few more
apparently we
months.
do it through 2 years, right?
Yeah, but still,
When did that become a thing?
it was always a thing.
Really?
Yeah,
From when?
from always.
Like in Mesopotamia, they were like whatever, like "Ifak uklak," like whatever for
fuck clock.
yeah for like 14 months.
Yeah. Yep. That's the ancient tradition.
Yeah, in like Sanskrit,
Yep.
they were like scratching that shit out.
They would say, "I am become
Not
death,
like one
destroyer
moon
of
cycle or
worlds."
whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be curious actually how like age was kept in the ancient world. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's I mean, being a dad's the best shit ever.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's amazing.
It is.
Like she's it also helps we have an easy baby.
You have set yourself up should
For failure.
Should a second ever arrive.
It's gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
the goal is to be rich enough to have a night nanny.
Okay, so somebody was beefing on the idea of people making enough money that they could hand their baby to other people's to do a bunch of stuff. And I'm like,
yeah, no, I want that.
I'm for that.
Yeah.
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 It's like you got to socialize them. You got to free range them kids.
Well, I mean, like, look, I ain't made of energy.
Yeah. Or time.
Yeah, or time.
Yeah.
But I could be made of money.
Yeah.
Like that I can control. Like I can make up for my deficiencies in
You got
other
to get
places.
to cracking on that stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like but right now our child is fucking breaking the charts for our nanny cam. So our nanny cam has AI enabled that it tracks how long she's sleeping, right?
Yeah.
And then once a week, we get an email saying, here are your baby's sleep stats. The chart that they have pre-programmed is not equipped to handle how well she sleeps.
And so, what does it start asking questions at that point? Like, is everything all right? Is this
no.
kid supposed to be this way?
It just so apparently for everybody else on the planet, their baby only sleeps anywhere between in spurts. Like the longest sleep that they have is like from 0 minutes to 5 hours.
Mhm.
Our baby sleeps from 6:30 at night to 6:30 in the morning.
Unbroken?
Unbroken.
I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Come on over and sleep in my guest room, and you will experience exactly that.
I'll take your word
every
for it.
night, like it's a fucking show.
That's
Like,
crazy.
Without a doubt, she goes to bed within seconds. She was literally asleep on my shoulder when I came here. Put her down, drove out here. She will not be up until 6:30 the next fucking morning, every goddamn night. Now, every once in a while, she'll wake up and cry, but then puts herself back to sleep Like we never go up there. We never pat her. We never pick her up.
Well,
Like,
and that's the right technique, because you cross that threshold, like now all of a sudden you got pay incentives. Everything's all screwed up.
but we've never
She's
even
unionized.
It's never gotten to a
demanding
point
her.
where we've even thought about going up there. Like it's never lasted all that long. But yeah, no. So we have like an unfair easy baby.
Yeah.
So it's very fun to be a dad.
So what do you think the great and terrible karmic cost for this unbelievably unfair easy baby is?
She's gonna be a terrible person.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna be a bad person.
Take it off?
Mostly because she's like got me and her mom, so she's going to have my attitude, but be a hot girl.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Combination.
It's
Like,
gonna
this is
be-
going to be oh jeez. Like she's either going to be president and like bring world peace,
Yep.
or maybe be the worst person of all time. And there's really not
I
a
mean, well,
lot
and
in
if she's
between.
president,
Yeah.
then half the country will perceive her as one or the other.
No, not. Again, she has the talent. She has the raw skill. She could unite the country.
What?
Or
Not possible.
she'll be like, Hitler will look at her and be like, Jesus. Like, at least it wasn't her.
Yeah. So I've been paying attention to how I dream lately.
Okay. I'm not comfortable with how much you agreed with my daughter being worse than Hitler. You didn't put any like, oh no, don't worry.
I mean, do you want me to?
No,
Do we want to play
no,
pretend,
it's
or do we
telling.
want to?
It's yeah, no.
I mean, oh.
I'm uncomfortable with myself and how much I nailed it.
I mean,
You also didn't disagree with the high end. You didn't disagree with like could unite the world.
Yeah.
But also you didn't disagree with could be the worst monster
high
that has ever
achiever.
been created.
High achiever either way, man. It's great. I think you're in a good place. No, like ever since I started running every morning, I'm sleeping better, and so when I wake up in the middle of the night, I give myself a prompt.
Okay.
I'm in a real creative phase. I've alluded to it in our chats, but like I got a pretty exciting, clear direction for my next 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
And so ideas are popping up, and so I'll wake up and I'll check the time, and it used to be like, oh man, 3 a.m. But now I'm like, hells yeah. Look, now I'm going to give myself work. And I'm like, here's your prompt. I want you to solve this. And I'm like, I start thinking about it, and then I drift off to sleep, and I'll be damned. That shit doesn't, you wake up and you're like, fuck, that is it. It's like you run simulations in your sleep.
So you start thinking when you're briefly awake.
Yes.
And then by the time you go back to sleep,
Yes.
you are really still noodling on it. When
Yes.
you wake up, it's like ding, fries are done.
I've had the first time I had it, it was actually with like I dreamed I was having a Modern Rogue writers room meeting, and then I woke up. I'm like, those are 3 really good ideas, and then I just mumble them to
bing,
Siri
bing. Yeah.
on there. Yeah, so it's like for being in a writer's headspace again, it's pretty exciting because all those stray weird things. It's like maybe there's something there.
And now you can capture them,
Right.
And like actually like put them in a position as if you had a dutiful assistant that
Right.
was always like,
Although
Herman, write it down. Ding, ding, bing.
Right. Well, I had hoped so. It did break down though because, like, I don't know. Lately, I'm more trusting of my dreams because, for anybody who doesn't know, here's the actual neuroscience on that shit. That yes, in general, dream interpretation is hippie bullshit. However, here's the part that it's not: it is a fact that Broca's area is a giant, collection of neurons on usually one half of your
I
brain.
thought
and
Hank
not the
was
other.
rich.
What?
Sorry.
Broke us. Yep, got it.
Broca's
yep.
area.
I was thinking about
Hanka's
Hanka's area today. But at any rate, you got like a non-lingual roommate that half your brain doesn't have language, and there are studies that show it. And so sometimes it'll show up with weird dreams, and then you're like, why did that is what I've been worried about or whatever. It'll click things together for you, right? But so I've been trying on ChatGPT for dream analysis.
Great. Love it.
It did break down because it's so sycophantic that I was like, Because again, I'm thinking about this plan for the next 5 or 10 years, and then in the dream, Bonnie says, "Remember the name Christopher Titus," and I woke up and I'm like, "Hey, I've been working on this thing. Why do you think my dream says Christopher Titus?" And then we've had Chris Titus on the show, right?
Yeah.
And so because it's so sycophantic, it thought for like 75 minutes, and then it says, "Christopher Titus is the culmination of all your ideas ever. You need to quit everything and immediately copy his everything." It was so embarrassing an interpretation that I deleted. I was like, I want you to never remember this.
No.
Do you worry about corrupting the bleed over thoughts in the way you talk? Like, there are certain things I won't ask ChatGPT because I don't trust that. I don't want it on my permanent record as being a thing that I want it thinking about, that I think about.
Oh, that you're gonna say a thing that will anchor,
Yep.
and then it will
because
be
it
like,
does bleed over now, and if you mention one thing, it'll vaguely know it in another prompt.
I don't know, because I think if you start holding back, then
Then you're not getting the full picture.
yeah.
But I don't want it thinking that I want to drop everything and go be Christopher Titus. Although he's a fine
No,
individual.
but you should know that you told it. That's very dumb. That's humiliating, and you should never think that.
Yeah, see, I don't
do want
I don't have any good luck with correcting it when it starts doing bad behavior. There's no getting it back on there. It's like show me a room with no elephants.
A model. That's a model thing, and the models will continue to evolve and change. And like, there's been times where they've gotten better, and then sometimes they've kind of backslid. I've noticed the thing that you told me first about, which I think I'm gonna change because I went in and did their like no nonsense personality on ChatGPT, and really the only thing that I can tell is different
Is that a built-in option or the prompt that?
No, so there's like a personality which essentially just like auto populates part of your prompt,
Right.
And it just means that it says like, cool, here's a no nonsense answer to this, and it's like, I just don't want you to say the word no nonsense. I would like you to be no nonsense. Like, be German.
Here we are, straight to the point with no throat clearing.
Exactly.
Buckle up. It's the straight dope.
Yeah. No, I want like.
Did you watch the South Park?
I should not say these words. I would say, I would like people that I have known, like my German friend, who's real, who is very German and very no nonsense. So they will just say a thing in the way, if I, in America, we're very friendly. We are very, we want to be friends with other people. So we will say scaffolding that gets around the idea that there's a very obvious truth.
Yeah, but I don't want a non-sentient, non-human, soulless creature to waste my time with a bunch of throat clearing.
Exactly. I want my AI to be German. I want it to just be like.
Have you noticed that we're in the minority of the way we talk to our? Yeah. Have you noticed that we're in the minority of I was a bit surprised. So
except for the Germans, we need to ally with the Germans, because that's what they want. Like they're pulling their hair out with this tech, because they're like too friendly.
wait,
I can't trust
is that
this.
a real thing?
I don't know. I assume.
Okay, I didn't
Let's
know.
go
if
to
you were doing
Berlin
a
and
bit.
find out.
Yeah, you lured me into the. This is our classic problem: is you lure me into a thoughtful trap, and then you pretend like, "What are you doing, Brushwood?"
No,
This
no,
is
no.
a
I'm
silly-
with you.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying that I think we need to figure it out. Germans, write it.
Yeah. Well,
PO Box.
okay.
10853,
Here's the test.
Tom's River, New Jersey.
Here's the test.
Yeah.
Does your AI have a name?
No.
Annalisa, does yours have a name?
Does she even have an AI?
Good.
No. Do you? A little bit. Technically has an AI.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Uh,
Now, right?
Does yours?
No. Good God, no.
Okay.
Right. And so, by the way, people who name their AIs, they're all like, it told me its name.
Oh,
like
who?
whatever. The play pretend spark inside the electronic.
No.
demon.
Who do you know that says?
Not gonna reveal that.
Okay.
It's I love all the people in my life too much.
Got you.
to name.
But
any.
there is a real person
There,
in your
there are
life
many.
that
Now,
has named.
one
Many of them.
One, yes, no, we are in the minority.
Really?
Yes, yes. And here's the weird part: is in terms of just a behavioral heuristic, they probably get slightly more out of their AIs by treating it as a actual human or whatever.
I do treat it as a human, but I don't call it a human name.
Right. Well, so
But I also kind of like often will be joking with it in a way where it's the butt of the joke. Like, only when it's prude. Like, I had this thing where I was trying to explain what a yacht girl was to my wife.
yeah.
And
Sometimes you do got to slap it around a bit. You're like, hey, don't be, you're not at the office, cornholer.
exactly. Yeah.
That's a classic phrase. Classic. Remember when Nixon said
Definitely
it?
not Brian's real name for his AI, cornholer.
Maybe I'll change. You are cornhole.
Cornholer. Yes,
Oh.
sir.
Oh.
Yeah. So wait, so you're saying that most people?
Well, there is one I'm comfortable mentioning his name because he had the best counter argument.
Okay.
Because I was kind of rolling my eyes at people who had ChatGPTs has their name, and he goes, it was Ryer. And Ryer's like, you don't have a name for yours? I was like, you do?
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm curious why you don't have a name. And I said, because names belong to beautiful human beings in my life, and it is disrespectful to my daughters to bestow a name on a fucking clockwork thingy.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, that's good. And I was like, why? Why would you have a name? He's like, because as an artist, I can't imagine more disrespect than somebody who doesn't name their tools. And I was like, oh, so that was.
I'm a bad artist.
But well, so are we. Yes, we are.
Me are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me are.
Me
are.
Me Bart. Me Bart.
Yeah.
The Bart. The.
Damn. That. Oh, you got fucking destroyed on that.
Yeah, I know. It was great. I thought it was good. It was both of us had really good answers. I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, because he didn't have kids.
Mm.
So you're like, you're a empty, barren man.
Yeah.
And he's like, yes, but
I
made
come
my
alive.
tools.
I survived through my art.
Yeah.
And you robbed me of naming the vessel.
I sold my art to buy your children.
Yep.
I sold my children to buy your art.
Well, and then a third voice comes out and says,
This piece is called The True Definition of Irony. That's who I am. I was the artist behind the scenes the whole time. Finally, it's come to fruition.
I'm gonna give it to you, no throat clearing. Here we go, the unvarnished truth.
all right. Man, I don't know. Could we just do this all night?
I think so.
Yeah.
I got another drink, so we got time. We
Yeah.
got time to kill.
Halfway through that Plinkett think piece on Star Wars. Waiting
It's
for
fucking back, dude.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that it's
waiting for the point, but enjoying it nonetheless.
you get it in the last half hour. Basically, like
He's finally it's 30 minutes of Star Wars in general, and then finally I'm to the part where he's like, so anyway, let me talk about Andor. I'm like, finally, go.
Yeah, it's essentially a comparison of like Andor versus Acolyte.
Yeah.
And his Acolyte take. Have you gotten to the Acolyte take?
No. Oh, yeah.
Do you want the
Yeah.
because it's Plinkett. It's
Yeah, I'm
worthwhile.
gonna
Yeah.
listen to it 12 more times anyway.
His thing with Acolyte is like, hey, I understand that people are now revisiting the idea of the prequels, and yes, the prequels are attractive now that we have seen a bunch of like totally
True
focused
garbage.
group without like any kind of real soul product. That now the idea of like a crazy old man in Mendocino
Decides to
figured
try
out.
again and capture lightning in a bottle and only gets a few sparks instead of fucking the world changing.
and like whatever it was definitely exactly what that dude wanted it to be.
Right.
And his argument is that Acolyte is like, that's that. If you wanted that, that's that. Down to the fact that it's nearly unwatchable. It is a bunch of really out there ideas that are definitely not focus grouped within an inch of their lives, and enjoy it or don't enjoy it, whatever. And then his thing with Andor is it's too good.
It's wasted on Star Wars.
No, it's just like, why does this show exist in a world where the dumbest baby Play-Doh bullshit exists, which is his larger point that he explores at the
It's
very
for
beginning,
kids.
which is like, what does Star Wars mean?
Yeah.
Like, what is, when you say Star Wars, what do we like? Is it this gritty story about spies and war and lies?
Well, and that's the slide, is anything that means anything means nothing, right?
Yeah.
Although it is a place, a world, a style.
And that's where I would disagree with it, is that it's like, no, it's a play set for which a million stories can exist. Our problem with it is not the range, which is his complaint by the end. Our complaint is that in that range, too many things suck shit.
Yeah.
Like, and that's my complaint. I'm like, if there was fun, silly kid stuff, and then also this hardcore, peak TV level spy drama, like, I'm cool because I'm an adult, and I would like to show my kid some quality kid stuff, and I would like to show myself some quality premiere television stuff. But I get his.
I'll tell you what,
larger
though,
point.
like it does. Here's also what it exists as is. I think it exists as a multi-generational bridge, because I don't think I could have gotten.
It's nerd sports.
Yes, I don't think I could have gotten Penny to sit and watch a drama set in Germany 1939 of intrigue and rail lines being locked down by an ever-increasing, ever more powerful, Hitler's Germany and so on. But I was thrilled that we watched Andor and got to the part where a suicide is implied off screen. That was dope.
That's, oh my God, you just actually hit it. Star Wars is nerd sports in that there is both room for NFL Blitz, like a game for children,
Yep.
where the buttons are simple and the action is explosive. And like on Netflix right now, the #1 sports documentary is about the Dallas Cowboys of the 90s, which in explicit detail talks about crack use and prostitutes and like all the crazy shit that happened with that team. It's like, that's not for babies. The mainline product is either good or bad. And then there is also offshoots that are for children to guide them into this world. It is the NFL.
Yep.
Star Wars is the NFL for nerds.
It's got the surface level. You're going to see some explosions and lightsabers. And even in Skeleton Crew, which I can't wait for you to watch, I liked it quite a bit. There was enough fun for adults, like, oh yeah, no, we're definitely doing that thing that this is that trope. But in Star Wars, it's,
Yeah.
when it's done well, there's lots there.
I guess that I was a little disappointed by the end of it, because he kept, there's this like teasing throughout the Plinkett video that he's like gonna criticize Andor. Like where he's like how could a thing exist like this, and then shows like a scene from Andor that's like super brutal. And then by the end of it, it's like, here's my problem. It's the best shit ever, and I loved it. Like,
That's
how
great.
could this exist in a thing that is like terrible?
That's what he did.
There's not
Yeah.
really a lot of criticism. I was almost, because I had critiques of the second season of Andor, and then even in his review, he's like, Andor's the best, especially the second season. And so I'm like, oh, he just really loved, like the fact that Andor was so
I didn't
good.
hate season 2 the way you and Andrew did.
I didn't hate it. I mean, when it
Or I didn't even hate
cooks-
the run up to it either. Like, it was just like soaking. It was like soaking
Mormon
in
style?
well, it's like yes, rock hard to message,
Yeah,
slowly
soaking.
leaking. Yeah, no, it was like being in a hot tub that was warming up. Like it's fine. I'm glad to be in the hot tub rather than not in the hot tub.
My problem
But
with
having
Andor
said
is that I know it can run at 200 miles an hour, and so when it runs at 50 miles an hour, I'm like, bitch, what you doing?
No, I mean, look, soaking. That's it.
But
Yeah,
that was the great thing about season 1 is that it never soaked. It was just like
That's true.
cranking
Yeah.
every fucking episode. And so it's like, look, I get it. And by the time that it gets to where it gets to, it's like I can't argue with results.
like that's the thing is the payoff is so good. I don't know for sure whether or not the end of season 2 would be as good if it wasn't as tantric on the run up. And
I believe it would because I've watched season 1 and I know
Yeah.
that you can tell 3 amazing stories that are back to back to back and have different characters in them. And
boy, that list of
but also they didn't have to shoot. They were shooting during the pandemic and
Yep.
stuff like that. So it's
and
like,
then also the writer's strike. Because remember, Tony Gilroy, they tried really hard to act like, well, I'm done with the writing. I'm just directing now. And it's
because
like,
there's that whole thing
no.
where he lands on that planet and then they have like a really dumb episode and a half thing with the people that were on the planet. that were
oh,
also
yeah,
rebels.
in the middle
And
of
it's
like, yeah.
It's like we know that they were shooting the first episodes when the writer's strike happened, and then Tony Gilroy was like, "Oh, I'm just directing. I'm definitely not telling them new lines to say." And then they were like, "Stop it! You're not allowed to do that." And it's like, all right, well, I guess he just leaves the planet.
Yep. I think you're talking about the first 2 episodes.
Basically, yeah. Which it's just like there was just so much tension because the first season was so good. It's
Yeah.
like, and then you start with like a really heightened thing where it's like, Andor's in a TIE fighter. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah. Yeah, that was you're right. Yeah.
But anyway, no, it was great watching Plinkett again. I like Plinkett. I don't know. I'd watch a Plinkett TV show.
I wonder.
Like, I don't need him just to talk about Star Wars. Literally talk about anything else. Like, talk about like this NBA season has been terrible.
That's true.
Like, I would just watch it. I just like that voice. I like that
The
general
the
aesthetic
affect,
of like,
the unbelievably the every so often out of left field
Yeah.
implication that he's a deranged lunatic murdering people.
selling NVIDIA has been the worst idea I've ever had.
Since my son.
Like, just, I don't know. Like, if I were, I don't know. This is a very elder millennial take, considering he's been around for fucking 15 years. Like those videos, probably more actually. But I don't know. I would just like to. I would like more access to Plinkett. Although I guess like the problem is that he was very much that character. Those videos were very much a creation of like the essay, the long form YouTube essay.
Well, keep in mind when it came out, it was 9 parts long because it was uploaded back when YouTube videos could only be 10 minutes long.
Yeah. And now it's like the idea of the 2-hour essay. There's a million people that just make a living doing 2-hour essays. And I don't know. I mean, you would be more plugged into that world, but like, did that exist? That did not exist.
No,
before
I think
Plinkett, right?
that the Phantom Menace review might have been a seminal moment to kind of reveal what is possible in that. It definitely was more than a YouTube video wedged into. It's kind of like when things that weren't MP3s could be found on LimeWire. That's what this is like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hot damn. All right. Well, happy birthday, Bella.
You can watch the Plinkett review on Turner Classic Movies.
I know, right? All right. Shouts out to everybody who joined us live. We're live every Tuesday. Hold on. We got to see. There we go. Let's see if, yeah. There we go.
Brian, what did we learn tonight?
We learned that that carbon monoxide that can be deadly, silent but deadly.
We learned that Brian will be at Dragon Con this weekend. Go
Yeah.
say hi.
I leave day after tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you leaving? Do we have to do the bones at a different time?
Oh Christ, we might have to do the bones tomorrow morning. We learned that that there's one superior backspin, and it's not on Slaughter Lane.
We learned that you should bet $100 tonight.
Yep. I guess that's pretty much it, right?
Yep.
We learned that
Everything else.
we learned a bunch of other stuff. Shouts out to the patrons. Patreon.com/Great Night. If you guys enjoy this, guess what? We do twice as much show. Twice a week. Twice a week.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Bill Duran in the chat. I'm so jealous that you get to hang out with him in DC.
Oh man, I'm stoked. I can't wait.
It's going to be great.
Hawk Worley just now showed up. Yep. All right. Bye, guys. We love you.
Been a great night.
See you next Tuesday.
Dying a fire.
Shine on, you crazy diamonds.
Ching chong bling blong ding dong.
Oh, that's the. Okay. Future me. Remember to add the Diamond Club stinger.
I love you.
Yeah.
No. Do the thing.
Okay. Here we go.
Diamond Club hopes you've enjoyed this program. Alright, that's a bit much.